and what a great day to sew something wonderful. I'm Kia with Kia B, and today we are back for clue number 6 with our Cotton Cuts Puzzle Mystery Quilt. You know, we are over halfway through now, and I don't think that saying gets any easier for me at all. By the time I get it down, we're going to be done with this quilt. So I wanted to come on and do clue number 6. I printed out my instructions. I have my clue ready to go. Let's get it open and talk about the materials I've got on the table ready to go. So I have my iron. I use a small Olympia iron. I love this thing, especially for tiny little piecing like what we're doing right now. And this is an alpaca mat. I have a alpaca pressing mat from What Have You Farm. Sue over there is just the sweetest lady, and the alpacas are just phenomenal. And they sent me this, and I have several of them. I love them. They in the description box below, you can find information on that and a discount code for them. Okay, so I've got lots of triangles, and it looks like we're making a lot of flying geese units, which we have done several in the past. So this should go together very smoothly. So we have also our color card here. So this is my Nadia colorway that I've chosen. This is Little Town by Amy Sinbaldi for Art Gallery Fabrics, and I just love this. It's beautiful. So I've got my color card. The back of this, it should come with your colorway. The first clue number 1, you should have received this. And this tells you what color each fabric is labeled with what letter. And so for me, let's see, I've got some fabric A, some fabric F, and some fabric G. I think this might be our first time using fabric G. It's gorgeous. We may have had it early on, and I just don't remember. So I've got my pattern here, and I'm gonna lay out our first unit. It looks like we're making 4 flying geese strip units. So I need 4 fabric A's. And I apologize. We have leaf blowing and lawn mowing. I know I said that last tutorial. Everyone is wrapping up their yards for the season, so it's quite loud here. All right, so we've got 4 fabric A. Then we need 4 fabric G, and this is going to go, I know I'm off camera here, so you can't exactly see what I'm doing on some of the units, but I'm just laying out what it should look like here. So there we go. Now you should start to see the pattern layout. And I need 4 fabric F. The great thing about these cotton cuts, and I say this I think every time, is the ease. There's no clipping. I have a pair of scissors here just in case I have to clip some threads or anything like that. But as far as clipping of any of the corners or anything like that, it's all done for you. It's all laser cut to precision. So this is a great beginner quilt if you're just really wanting to master your sewing skills. All right, and it should look like this. And then we use one more block down here, which I can't get to because of my sewing machine. So it looks like we have 4 flying geese units, and that's what we'll be working on. So let me show you how to do one of those. You're gonna repeat that and actually make 4 total of these strip units. So what I will do is kind of move this out of the way here. And we're gonna work with these 3 pieces. Let me bring it a little bit closer for you. So we've got a large fabric A triangle, and then we have a fabric G and a fabric F. Now we're gonna sew these together. The great thing about these laser cuts is there are 2, I always do this, 2 clipped corners on each triangle, if not 3, and you're gonna line those clipped corners up. So what I'll do is I'll put these right side together here. This is the bias, so be very gentle with it. And you'll see that those clipped corners line up together, so a 1/4 inch seam. Okay, just like this. And our instructions actually say to press outwards. So we'll take this, move our fabric G out like this and press. So that is what your first unit should look like. Now we're gonna add our fabric F, right sides together, again, lining up all 3 of our flat edges. Again, the pressing instructions say to press outward, so we'll set the seam first, press outward, just like this. And this is our 1 unit. So you're actually gonna make 16 of these. So if you're comfortable with chain piecing, you're gonna make 16 of these units, and then we're gonna sew them together in groups of 4. So let me get that done, and then I'll come back and see you before we sew them all together. Let me get 16 of these made. All right, so I've chain pieced these. I'm just gonna clip their corners. I'm sorry, not their corners, clip the threads, because we don't need to clip the corners. Make a nice little pile for myself over here, and then I will set all the seams and open them up to look like this. And as soon as I do that, I'm gonna place them in groups of 4, because I know that's how many I need for a strip unit. Is 4 of them. All right, so press the seams pointing outwards. There we go, 2. Okay, here we go. Now, I will actually put them in groups of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so now what we do is we just take 4 of those units and sew them together with straight seams right here. Again, another great use for pins. Sometimes I get ahead of myself. If you watched last month's clue, I completely botched a piece and had to rip out on camera. That was fun. You know, it's just real life sewing, right? We all, unfortunately, have to rip out some seams sometimes. Make sure that you refer to your pattern as to which way you should press. All right, I always like to give my blocks one final press, especially those on the bias. And there we go. So that is a strip unit. So you should have 4 that look exactly like this. If you have any questions at all, please don't hesitate to comment in the comment section down below, and I would love to continue the conversation. Also, let me know if you're gonna join us in the next Puzzle Mystery Quilt. We're on clue 6 out of clue 10. So we're a little over halfway there. All right, thank you so much for joining us in the Hive today, and you guys have a great week.